Hey y'all, my name is Tao and welcome to my channel. Today, this is my first video and I want to talk about getting a job after college. Just a little bit about myself. I graduated with my master's degree in finance and economics in 2017. It is now 2018. Sorry, it took me a while to remember that I've been out of school for a year now. So, the topic that I really want to talk about today is getting a job after college. Now, a lot of you already know that when we are getting a job, it's got to be something that you really enjoy doing. And it's been a year for me now that I've been out of college, and I just have some job experience that I want to share with you. Like, what should you do? What kind of things should you expect from your recruiters or the company? This is just some of the things that I picked up along the way. So, number one thing, when you're fresh out of college and you really want to work to have money, and if you do have student loan, then you do need the money to pay back your student loan. In my case, I did not have student loan because I worked throughout my college to pay for school and I applied for scholarship. So student loan is not one of my main motivation to quickly and hurriedly get a job. So before you apply for a job, there are some things that I would like you to consider. Number one, you have the power. You have the power to choose what company you want to work for. And before you actually interview for the company you want to work for, I highly suggest that if you have not already done so in college, you should have gone to mock interview. Why? Because it's an excellent opportunity for you to practice your interviewing skills, and most importantly, to practice your negotiating skills. Why? Because I have came to a point where when it comes to salary negotiation, the number one thing you should do is you should know your worth. Okay, so you should know how much they should be paying you based on your value. So what are you bringing to the table, and is your potential company paying you enough for your value? I know that sounds kind of cocky in a way, but no. If you really think about it, you're going to be working for at least another 20 or 30 years. And if you want to learn and grow with a company, and you know that you are dedicating your time to that company, then they should be matching your value and paying you the decent amount that you deserve. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, when it comes to salary negotiation, it's going to be tricky. Why? Because I've done it myself. And your recruiter gonna try to rush through it so fast that you don't have time to think and negotiate. But here's the catch. You need to slow them down. And if you see that the salary is agreeable, then you take it. If you're not happy with what they will be paying you based on your experience and your value, then negotiate. If they say that your price is too high, then this is what you should do. You should tell them, just bring it back to them. What is their core value? If they're looking for high value, then you say that's what your price is at. That's what you can bring to the table, and you deserve to have that much. Negotiating is something that I need to work on myself some more, because with my first job, when you first get a job, a full-time job offer, you're just so happy and so excited, and you're like, yay, I now have money in my pocket. So you don't think much about your real value, if you're are being paid fairly or if you're a little bit under the market. So I highly suggest that before you take the offer or before you even talk to the company that you really want to work for, you need to do your research. See how much other people at your level with your education background is getting paid. Like, see how much they are getting paid. And then see if that gonna be enough for you and your needs and your value and what you're bringing to them. So that's my number one suggestion. You have the power. You have the power to negotiate. And then the other thing is, when you are taking on a job, you need to look at, if you're working as a full-time employee, you should look at their 401k, their matching rate. Yeah. A lot of companies, surprisingly, they don't match anything in your investment 401k until the 5th or the 6th years, which is a very long time. And for me personally, that's not worth it. So that's the number two factor. And you need to look into the 401k, the health benefits. These are just the things that nobody told me about when I applied for a full-time job. Nobody told me about it, and believe me, my recruiter, I've talked to a lot of recruiters, and none of them told me about these things until you are actually in the job already, and then they will tell you, and then they will not tell you. You will just figure it out on your own, and by that time, you already invested your time and your effort in the company, and most likely at that point, you will feel like you're stuck. And at one time in my life, that's how I felt. And I just don't want you to do the same. So that's my 5 cents of advice. And the other thing is, when you apply for a job, don't just apply for the job because of the money. When you are taking on a job, if you think about it, you're going to be working 8 hours a day. And at least you're going to be sleeping 6 or 7 hours or 8 hours a night, and we only have 24 hours a day. So our time is very precious, and what they are paying you is they paying you for your time, for your contribution to their company. So don't just take on a job because you want the money. It has to be something that you like, right? It has to be something that you enjoy doing. So, for instance, for myself, just a little bit about my background. I have a bachelor in marketing and I have a master in finance. But the field that I am loving and doing is actually interpreting and translation. So, you can go to school for one thing, but you can pick and choose what industry you want to be in. And for me, why I picked my career in interpretation and translation, it's because it makes me happy and I'm good at it. I can bring value and I'm helping people and I'm getting paid. So I think when you take on a job, there's at least 3 things. Well, some people say it's 4 things, but I think there's at least 3 things that job has to meet to be able to make you happy. First of all, it gotta fit with your personality, your value. I don't know why I'm writing this down, but first, you gotta bring value. Second, it gotta pay the bill. And then third, let's just do this again. First, it's gotta be something that you're good at and you're passionate about. And then the second thing is it brings some sort of value to the company or the community. Your job delivers value. And lastly, it has to pay the bill. I mean, not just paying the bill, but it gotta make you money. So there's satisfaction of doing the job, the passion for the job, and the money that you get from the job, and the value that you're bringing to the people or your community or the company. So that's something that I can think of on top of my head when you apply for a job. And number one thing is, don't think that, I know when you are like desperate for a job, it can be so tempting to just say yes to any job that is offered to you. And I understand how you feel because I was in that boat. I was, like, oh, I got a job offer. It's gonna make me money. Okay, I'll take it. But no, like, take your time, wait your option, and see which one is the best fit for you. Which one gonna make you happy at the end of the day? Like, it's different in college. While you're going to class for like 2 hours, and then you go to a library and chill and do your homework or whatever for another 2 hours. Then you come back to your dorm and take a nap. College life was so much fun. But once you start working, it's 8 hours a day. And if you're lucky, you're going to have 1 hour a break for lunch, or sometimes you get like 30 minutes. Depends on what kind of job you do. But what I'm trying to say is a full-time job will take up a lot of your energy, and there will not be room for you to play or to relax like we all do in college. Speaking for myself, I am 25 and I got both my degree at 24, and I've been working full-time for a year now. And this is the things that I'm just starting to learn from working full-time for a year. And I just want to share these things because I feel like it's very important. Because when I was taking on the job, nobody told me what to expect and what to do. So I hope this is something helpful for you, and that's it. I just want to share. Thank you.